10.5 hour difference between here and home. So that means whenever I'm waking up around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, my family is going to bed. We're putting down my daughter, we're putting down my son, everyone's finishing up what they need to do, and they're just needing to go to bed. And I'm FaceTiming them, I'm trying to talk to them, but they don't fully understand what's going on. And my daughter is just confused. My body is confused because the first day I had a terrible night's sleep and it was absolutely horrible. I woke up, I went to bed about midnight, woke up at 3 in the morning and just couldn't for the life of me go back to sleep. So I had to just be productive. I woke up and I started doing some work on my computer. I went down, made some breakfast, did a little bit of exercise, and the time difference is one of the things that can bite you in the butt if you're not used to it. Even if you are used to it, if you're a seasoned traveler, the time is going to bite you in the butt. The thing that is most difficult about travel, specifically this travel, has been family. I've never traveled without my family. I'm on this mission trip with friends and with people that I know really, really well, but I'm not on this trip with my family. I don't have my wife, I don't have my son or my daughter or my mom or my dad or anybody like that. I'm on this trip for ministry, for work, and it's incredible, and I absolutely love that I have the opportunity to do this, opportunity to travel. But what's proving to be very, very difficult is being this far away from my family. So the way I've been coping with it is I've been watching the same 5 videos of my son laughing and my daughters dancing every night before bed, and just looking at my phone saying good night, I love you, and then do my best to try to fall asleep. But what's made this trip so incredibly difficult is that I got news before we left, really the day we were leaving, that my stepdad wasn't doing well. My mom ended up having to take him to the hospital. And as I began follow-up questions and just kind of connecting the time difference so I could talk to them when they were awake, we ended up finding out that he wasn't doing super well. There were some days where he was kind of going up, but for the most part it was in a decline. And I found out just a couple days ago that my stepdad ended up passing away. And it's been so difficult knowing that I'm here literally halfway around the world and I can't be with my mom who's suffering, who's grieving the loss of her husband. And I can't be with my family. I can't be with my wife and my daughter and my son. But the encouraging thing, the incredible thing is I've got an incredible team around me, an incredible support system with me who knows the gospel, who knows Jesus, and who knows the Word of God, and has been encouraging me and lifting me up these past few days. And to the point where I've been able to encourage my mom and lift her up the past few days. But it's so difficult, especially knowing that if I don't get home when I'm supposed to get home because of the flight, again, something that we can't control, if I don't get home when I'm supposed to be getting home, I very well may miss the viewing and potentially even the funeral. And the hardest part is that I want to be there for my mom so badly because I know she's suffering. I know she's got an incredible community around her, but that's my mom and I want to be around her. And it's hard. It's a natural part of life, but the part that's not natural is me being halfway around the world whenever it happens. I don't know. I know this is a much different video than I've been doing about gear and things like that, but I just wanted to be real and just say it's not always I'm getting a new camera bag or I got a new lens. It's real life. Real life happens, and for me right now, real life is mourning the loss of my stepdad, who is an incredible man. But the encouragement and the hope that I have is that me as a Christian, as someone that loves Jesus, I do not mourn like those that have no hope. I know that because he had a relationship with Jesus, that he's in a much better place, not in the cheesy, he's gone to a better place, but he is actually in a better place. Because 1 Peter chapter 1, starting in verse 3, it essentially says that there is this inheritance that's waiting for those that have a relationship with Jesus that is imperishable, undefiled, and unfading, and is being guarded by the power of God for those who believe for salvation that is ready to be revealed in the last time. And then it goes on and says that in this we rejoice and we celebrate at the revelation of Jesus Christ from the dead, because we know that whenever Jesus laid down his life willingly, he took it back up and he grabbed the keys of death, where yes, it still has a sting, but it is not permanent, it doesn't knock you out, it doesn't take you down permanently. That's the hope that I have in seeing my stepdad again. That right now he's celebrating with Jesus with an incorruptible body, and he's He is seeing things and doing things that we could never see this side of heaven, because that is his promised inheritance. That's my promised inheritance. If you have a relationship with Jesus, that's your promised inheritance. This is the truth that we see in the Bible, in the words of Jesus, in the words of 1 Peter, in the words of Paul. All these people are talking about this promise of celebrating life after this life. So again, I know this video is super weird and super interesting and different, but it's okay. I think it's okay to be real. It's okay to be genuine and sincere, and just miss my stepdad. Yeah. But I'll see him again. I know that. Because he loves Jesus. And so do I.